Hello everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Greek and Riek podcast where Tony, the Greek, and I, Riekelt, the Dutch, come together to discuss all things gaming. In this episode, we'll be talking about the recent Game Awards, the highly anticipated release of Goat Simulator 3 for me, and why Tony isn't allowed to ever introduce an episode again. Hint, it involves a lot of yelling and profanity. So grab your controller and get ready for a wild ride with the Greek and Riek podcast. This intro was made by OpenGPT or ChatGPT 3.
It is kind of crazy how accurate it is, but hello everyone.
Yeah, the profanity and yelling wasn't that
was added
the
in
thing
last
made it
minute.
himself, okay?
All right. Hello. It's a pleasure to be here with my co-host as always, Riekelt. How's it going, everyone? Hope you guys are having a good day or night, wherever you're listening or watching from. But yeah, what do you have to say, Mr. Co-host? Should probably go that way.
I have to say, I'm good. A little bit tired, but I had a good night's sleep. Yeah, I can't complain too much. I actually just finished recording and editing a video for the GDQ thing that I told you about.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's... No, I didn't say this last event, but I got Goat Simulator into GDQ. Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay, anyway, it's fine. He's still going his production error. Anyway, no, but that's good, man. Did it actually go smoothly? Did everything go all right? Like, how was
the
it?
Video? Yeah, it was like... I'll show it. I'll show it after, actually.
Okay, sure.
No issues there.
All right, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Game Awards also happened, by the way, for those that care about the Game Awards like I do. No,
Spoiler,
but
I'm not a fan of the Game Awards.
I mean, to be fair, I just want to make it clear, I don't really watch the Game Awards for the nominees and stuff like that. We all know who won Game of the Year this time around. Okay, it was going to happen eventually, but no. The reason I actually watched the Game Awards. Oh yeah, go on.
We all knew it was supposed to be a castle full of cats.
Probably, yeah. It is unfortunate though, but I will say I don't really watch the Game Awards for the nominees as much as as great as it feels for a game to actually win, the best game for the year. I just really watch it for the announcements, upcoming games. Like there's a lot of games that are coming out. And
okay,
yeah,
do it licht aan.
So yeah. Oh my God, the backup. He's got the backup lighting ready. What a Chad. That is a Chad move right there. You know it. But yeah.
Oh, I did mute the mic. Shit, whatever.
No, but I can see it though, so still it counts. Either way, so yeah, we have Game Awards. We have everything Goat Simulator 3 because it's Riek's favorite pastime. He has a goat in the background.
We even got a moving special goat. It's alive, believe me.
Yep. And it's got a tongue.
It got Velcro on its tongue.
That is kind of funny. Is it actually visible or is it hidden? Velcro.
I mean, you can see it when you're close, but you wouldn't.
I mean, is it color coded?
No.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But yeah, we also have something kind of crazy. The Twitter takeover of who Mr. Musk thing. I don't know. It's kind of weird that I worded it that way. But anyways, that's pretty much all we got to really talk about. I know, nothing too big, you might say, but still, hey, we will have a lot of interesting stuff coming down the road. A lot of people that will be on, and we're not going to disclose who they are because that wouldn't be a surprise, It's also Christmas coming up, so that's all I'm going to say. But with that being said, let's go. Let's begin.
Spaghetti-o. Do you want to start with the Goat Sims or the Game Awards?
I mean, it's really up to you. Like whatever you really
Okay,
feel like
okay.
it.
Let's do the bigger thing first. Okay, Game Awards happened, including our best friends, our unorthodox Rabbi Tony. Please play the clip.
Okay. So for those that didn't watch the Game Awards,
Play the clip.
Okay, all right, fine. Here we
I
go.
think I want to nominate this award to my Reformed Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton. Thank you, everybody.
There you go. Oh wait, did it
it's
not
the
play?
worst thing. It did play. It did play.
Okay, it did. Okay, good. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. For those that have no idea what was basically going on, apparently Bill Clinton, near the end of the Game Awards, surprise, surprise, won a Game Award for the best game of the year. I don't know what that has to do with, apparently he has a game or something. I don't know, man. It's kind of funny if you ask me. But yeah, I know it's kind of silly, kind of a silly thing. No one expected that. So the guy that actually said that, the kid, I guess, he was pretty sneaky. He did pull Assassin's Creed style sneak. He was completely invisible to the cameras and the public, apparently. But other than that, yeah, he did get arrested at the end, apparently. So
and probably already safe at home because he's 15. You can't keep him
yeah,
well.
It is what it is. It was pretty silly though at the time.
It is a silly thing, agreed.
Yeah.
However, I can understand that no one knew like who he was and whatever. Other than maybe like the development team, they know each other like intimately.
Yeah.
They should have been. Who are you? Go away. But then again, it's a live show. A lot of eyes are on you. I can see how it happens.
Yeah, I mean,
and
there's always stuff that happens during the Game Awards.
I have a question. What is like more noteworthy? This thing because it's part of gaming, or I'm thinking of like a super specific thing that happened on a Super Bowl dance maybe 10 years ago. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I have an idea, but still, it's like, I mean, I can see where you're going.
I think it was Justin Timberlake removing a piece of clothing from Beyonce? Not Beyonce.
I don't know. I mean, oh my God. People have an idea of what you're talking about, apparently. Oh no. Wardrobe malfunction. Janet Jackson. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's pretty funky.
Anyway, that is like those are the legendary moments that you will always remember because it was like so weird in such a big event. Then again, I say big event. Game Awards apparently is a big deal, but who the heck is Jeff Keighley? I only know him because of this, but apparently he is well known outside of the Game Awards. I have no clue on the how and the who and the why.
Who the hell is Jeff Keighley? That should be like a poster, like just put it out of everyone's house. Who is Jeff Keighley? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball or something.
No, that reminds me of something else, but I don't know what exactly. Anyway, first of all, that. Second of all, they got 47 different judges, I think. Sure. But then they do like the end voting. They give it to the general public.
Oh, yeah.
And I, for the first time ever, I saw that you could vote. So I did vote. But it's literally just a popularity contest. Out of the 5 options, you know 2 of them, maybe. Or I knew 2 of them. And the other 3 is like, I haven't even heard of this.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously you're going to vote for your favorite, but like an objective vote would be the person who played all 5 of them, or who knows all 5 of them, like a little bit more than average.
I think it's like always a gray area when it comes to that stuff. Like, it's also, you have to consider that it's not every game that released this year. It's some games that released until a specific date, because they obviously can't get every game in the Game Awards. But I do feel like it's,
I'm okay with like condensing it to like 5 or 6 per
franchise?
subject.
Or
no, per subject. But then again, the same people need to do the voting. People that can like show their gamer card and actually show why are you
Why are you
why
a
are
gamer?
yeah what does what come on Riek, why are you eligible to vote for this? Because like at the end was all esports, and I don't
Yeah.
I didn't know any of those, like even the content creators. I knew no one of them. No, there was one person I knew. I don't remember who it was, and there was a girl who was that person's girlfriend, who I also
Valkyrie?
never heard of. Sorry.
Or unless you mean Ludwig, perhaps?
Yeah, Ludwig and Ludwig's girlfriend.
Okay.
But like Ludwig, I only know because he did a month-long subathon stream. That's the only reason why I know Ludwig.
I see. Yeah,
I mean, obviously, as a speedrunner, where are the speedrunners? I'm not expecting myself to be there, but like, we could. And then again, if I knew a little bit more about like big speedrunners, I can understand a gymnast being there, but like some speedrun adjacent content creators, like Easy Speezy. Nah, he's a cool guy and whatnot.
I mean,
You know, it's like where are they? I want to vote on things I care about, like best music direction. Then again,
I think
I
that's
haven't-
kind of the issue. Like, I'm just gonna point this out really quickly. I think that's kind of the big issue when it comes to the Game Awards, because it's not just. I feel like majority of the votes are not really, U.S. specific. You
Yeah,
also
it's
have to consider,
that too, but it's just a popularity contest. It's not a quantifiable result.
I mean, yeah, I
Like
agree.
if Tony and I were to play an arcade game, Pac-Man, we could literally see who's the better of us because of the score counter in the top left.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it works that way. I feel like that's kind of the issue. Like every year there's always going to be like, it's sort of like E3, where it began as this sort of medium where it brought like a lot of, conferences together. And then it just became sort of its own thing. And now everyone just does their thing individually. Like Nintendo has their Direct, Sony has the State of Play. Microsoft also goes to E3, but they do their own conferences. Like it's sort of the same idea here, I feel like, but it's mostly like different in the sense of, the Game Awards feels like E3, sort of. I do feel like
No.
it's gonna, I mean, it feels
like you
same-
said, the only reason you watched the Game Awards is because of the
the
announcements.
announcements. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
just another
what
E3.
was announced? What was announced?
Well, for starters,
I know of one.
Okay, do you want to say? Go for it.
Okay, sure. And Frozen didn't spoil it for me, but Hades 2.
Yeah.
I played Hades. I know why people love it. It is such a thing that I can see myself just wasting a lot of time in. It's just not that I'll do it.
he,
I don't know.
he has important things. He has to speedrun Goat Simulator 3.
I have to speedrun Ghost Simulator 3. That's more important.
See?
No.
See?
Like it's a game that didn't grab my attention too much.
I mean, it was nice to see.
Yeah, no. Like,
like-
I love it, and I mean, if it works, you put a 2 behind it. You know,
Listen,
if you like
it's
it, you put a
Hades
ring
with
on it.
two.
Yeah, you put a two behind it.
Maybe it's a big brain thing. They're like, there's not just one, there's 2 of them or something like that. He'll just pull like 2 Hades off the hat or something like that.
Yeah. After that, Armored Core. That's something that I've heard a lot as well. A lot of people are pretty hyped about it, but I can't say that I know about Armored Core myself.
I mean, yeah, I feel like most of the games that were announced were like mostly known that they were gonna release eventually, or some that were just completely, surprising.
I think of the 2 that we already mentioned, Hades 2, no one expected really.
Yeah,
And
Hades
as
2
for
definitely.
Armored Core, I think that's like a pretty dormant franchise.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. We did also get another trailer for Spoken because obviously that got delayed, but I mean it's it's just one of those things that like, okay, I'm just gonna be real with you all. Yeah, I like some of Square's games, but I do feel like Forspoken has got to be, I guess, the most anticipated game, but also the most annoyingly delayed game because I enjoy like the idea, but it's just kind of exhausting just watching all these trailers. I feel like Square does have this issue with trailers most of the time. They just show too many and then game comes out and hype is just like,
I've never
like,
even heard of it, but apparently it's going to release on the 24th of January.
yeah, I mean, it's gotten delayed a lot, but it's just, like I hope that it's good. That's all I'm going to say. They did show like, I guess, the updates and stuff like that they did, because like we did get pretty much the same trailer a while back, but now it's like, hey, let's hope that it's good. That's all I want to say. But when it comes to other games, we did also see more Final Fantasy 16 from Square.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Like that game, dude, that game fucking sorry, I'm gonna swear, but fucking hell does it look amazing. Jesus
This man
Christ.
has been abusing his bleep button. However, I am proud of you. You either swear or you don't swear. You don't have swear.
Listen,
We don't have sponsors. We need to appease.
when we do, you bet I'm going to be pressing that button every 2 seconds. But no, like for reals though, Final Fantasy 16 looks incredible. And I'm saying that as someone who is not like into Final Fantasy. As in, I played 15, I tried to, but then my computer said no and just straight up crashed because, Final Fantasy 15 on PC was great. But yeah, hey, I'm excited for it. I hope that it's a good PC port because, as far as I know, most of the Final Fantasy games that have released, minus 15, of course, the remake and stuff, they weren't very good as PC ports, as far as I heard. So, let's hope that this one is better. I do. What else we got on the table when it comes to announcements?
We can also just quickly and like not stick. Do we want to talk about the results actually, or should we just skip it?
I mean, it's up to you if you want to.
I mean, we don't have to go past everything. I see a lot of God of War and Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
No, it's fixed.
Okay.
read the script correctly, please.
Okay. Things that pop up. First of all, the GOAT, the game of the year is Goat Simulator 3, obviously. However, the game of this year is apparently Elden Ring. Apparently, it was like kind of like a expectation battle between Elden Ring and God of War Ragnarok, or Dead of War, is how some people call it.
Boy of War. But yeah, no, like
was Xenoblade even part of the list?
Yeah, it was in best. What was it? Best music. Yeah, score and music, I think. Yeah, but it didn't win, unfortunately, because
Was it part of the nominees for Game of the Year, or not even that?
I'm gonna check really quick, but yeah, you can read.
However, as a Xenoblade 3 enjoyer, I have the special edition right there. Let's just say that I know that the community is not even like sad that we didn't win. We're just happy to participate. I say we, but I still detest whatever.
I'm gonna correct you on that. I was actually with someone in that call when we were watching the Game Awards, and they were very, very salty. I'm sorry. They know who they are, but I mean, listen, I get it. It sucks. It really sucks. But yeah, to answer your question, if Xenoblade was nominated for Game of the Year, it was, yeah.
Okay, it was.
But yeah, I mean,
as for the sound audio design, I guess I can understand. Like, not even I am the biggest fan of the soundtrack of Xenoblade 3. Not as much as Xenoblade 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think they are a lot more memorable, I'd say. Yeah.
No. Like, they had Xenoblade 3 had some really banger tunes. but overall, it felt easily contestable.
Yeah, like do they? I guess my question would be: do they stick out a lot more compared to the first and second one? Like, which one do you
Yeah.
prefer to listen to more often than not? Like, do you want to listen to Xenoblade 1 or 3? I'd say.
I mean, if in story, in game, I would definitely listen to 3, but 1 has some banger like standalones.
But yeah, I mean, I guess it goes in general. Maybe in game, like, yeah, okay, Xenoblade theme might make a lot more sense. But I'd say like standalone too, I guess. Hence why, it's best score. The craziest thing, crazy, okay, expected. The best community support went to Final Fantasy, of course.
The MMO, I assume.
Yeah, the MMO.
Oh, 16. Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. Is it 16? Wait, did I mess it up?
Yeah,
Oh,
did you mess
yeah,
it up? I
I
see
did.
14
I did.
and 16.
Sorry. 14. Oops.
Yeah, okay,
My
the
bad.
MMO, understandable.
It was also the best ongoing and the best, I think there was something else that it also won, but still, hey, Final Fantasy 14, like a lot of people went crazy for it over the year, and damn, like I mean, hey man, it's great that it actually won.
I'm actually surprised to see. Sorry,
Yeah, go on.
to see Bayonetta 3 as best action game.
Yeah, it was also a recent one.
I mean, there's a thing as recency bias. Like I'm gonna say, Elden Ring is an older game, but that game is like grown enough to withstand at least a year of time. Whereas, I mean, pick something else that came out in January. They might lose the recency to the recency bias. It is, yeah, like the second half of the year is the best place to like release your game because of the holidays are soon, so people buy more games, and for end of year things. Oh, speaking of which, I still wholeheartedly want, like, if we're recapping a year, you can't do it in the year itself. The Twitch recaps and the Nintendo recaps came out today. My year is not even over. I have 18 more days to play video games.
I know, right?
Stream on Twitch and games to release. I could release my game tomorrow, and that should be a part of this year's.
I think it's mostly, I think it's how
I'm mad, dude.
Twitch works. Like I know I'm also mad. It doesn't make any sense. The year is not over, but then they're like, "Oh, the year's suddenly over." It's like, no, that's not how it works at all. But yeah, I mean, it's just silly stuff like that. I don't understand. Also, when it comes to game releases, I would say 2022 was a lot more of a release year when it came to most games, because I do feel as if 2021 and 2020 were a lot more rough because of the conditions that many developers had to work in. So I'm glad that, hey, most games are getting recognized, although half of the awards went either Elden Ring or God of War, which, hey, I mean, God of War is a good game. I'm not gonna sit here and just say Christopher Judge didn't deserve the best performance, who, by the way, need I say, is a Chad man, because he actually, at the time, for the Game Awards, this year's Game Awards, you could actually win a Steam Deck if you were watching through Steam, which I did.
That's the only way they got people to watch.
The thing is, I was watching just to explain how terrible it was. The Steam front page for the Game Awards just outright crashed. At some point, it was like 200,000 people watching, which, not anything crazy, but still, it was just to the point where Christopher Judge delivered his speech about, how he did this whole performance for Ragnarok, and in general, how they actually had to change directors, funnily enough. And he was like, I'm not going to do the game if the director is not, there, like the man himself, you know. But no, he did get reassured that it was going to be the same, much of the same like the first game, and he was just talking so much so people could actually get a chance to win a Steam Deck. It is flipping hilarious, man. Like everyone just outright just mentioned that afterwards. It's really funny. But yeah, he also did win, like I said, the best performance. Which, hey, you know, he is
Good.
the
There
dad that
are
we all want.
there are some games that are really story driven, and I wouldn't think of Elden Ring and best narrative, God of War, Ragnarok. That like, what do you want to say? Gaming has like a bigger crossover to like performance, acting, that kind of stuff. That is kind of intertwined if your story is like really narrative. Think of The Last of Us last year, for example.
Yeah,
It was such a beautiful project, and I can believe that Sony definitely goes in on that narrative angle.
yeah. Most
While
of
I
their
would
games,
say,
yeah.
I would play a Xenoblade for the narrative, for example. It's a different kind of narrative, even though I had to shed away a tear for one specific scene.
I mean, I will say that I just feel like Sony is leaning heavily on that front because most of their games, like when you look at games like, I guess you could argue games like Jack and Daxter, like, how Naughty Dog started. Um, they didn't really like the story was there, but it wasn't like to the point where it grabs you and just, spins you around and just makes you feel all these things. Because nowadays, obviously, The Last of Us is the most well-regarded game of all time, and I can see why. It was impressive for when it got released at the time, and now it's like we have games like, obviously, Part 2, like you said, and then you also have what is it, like Ratchet and Clank falling into that same aspect where it does have a really big narrative, and there's definitely like twists and turns in that sense. Uncharted as well, like it's crazy. They really, it feels like most of the Sony library is just following this narrative path where even Spider-Man is taking the same route, which yeah, Spider-Man makes sense, but yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, do you got any last things to say about Game Awards? Because there are way more cool things to talk about.
Definitely. I'm just gonna say this quite briefly. I don't really care about mobile games. Genshin Impact.
Whoa.
Genshin, funny. But no, Genshin Impact did not win this year's mobile game. Also, the best multiplayer game apparently got awarded to Splatoon 3 of all games. Not Multiverses. No. Nope. Splatoon 3. Apparently people played Splatoon 3, which I will say I didn't. I tried to play, but then Nintendo was just like, oh yeah, no, we're shutting down the like alpha test beta thing, whatever, and I never got my chance. So like, god damn it, man. Anyway, but yeah, other than that, I would say the like sports title Gran Turismo 7, which I don't even understand why. Like, okay, Gran Turismo is great, don't get me wrong, but like 7 had one of the worst launches ever. The fact that it was online limited, and just the fact that you had to grind so much in the game just to get anything out of it, otherwise pay for it, like it was just ridiculous. But I digress. That's pretty much most of the Game Awards. We probably missed a lot, but I hope you understand. It's a big event. We're also a big event, sort of, but we don't want to be like for, I don't know, 3 hours and 20 minutes, which by the way was the conference, even though it was like, I don't know, going to be shorter apparently, according to my man Jeff. My name is Jeff. Anyway, let's keep going.
Sure. Okay. We could talk about the best game of all time, or we can talk about something that's also close to your heart. It has
Close
to
to my
do,
heart?
yeah, it has to do with the color blue.
Listen, I'm just gonna be straight with you. My favorite color is blue. Doesn't mean I like Twitter though.
Okay,
I don't
good.
like that blue freaking bird. I use it because I have to. There's a
Well,
difference.
having to. Anyway, let's talk about no one. The only person who needs an explanation on what happened lives under a rock or 6 feet under the ground. But yeah, Mister Child Billionaire, even though he's like over 50 at this point, he literally bought Twitter on a whim. Then he was like, you know what, never mind. And then after 4-5 months of lawsuits, decided to okay, I'm buying it. Or he was forced to buy it for 44 billion. So he did.
Wait, you forgot the most important part. Meme review host, former meme review host, and also regular sync fan, to the point where he actually brought a sync to the Twitter HQ, Elon Musk.
He literally bought a sync fan. Yeah,
I don't even know, like,
I forgot the there was a joke about it.
yeah, he was like, "Let that sink in, ha ha ha! I am so
that was a
funny,
joke.
wow."
You're something wrong with your webcam, man.
Yeah, I know it was kind of wide. I'm gonna do the rest of the podcast like this now, so thank you.
Okay, cat man.
Anyway, yeah, go on.
Oh, we're done. Okay.
Yep.
So he did that on his first day, indeed. Not even a week in, fired like half the event, the event,
The event.
the company, and then eventually rehired some of them back because he made a mistake. He
Like
also
an
fired
honest man.
someone who worked for him and literally there's a word for it, but like, well, actually, him on Twitter.
Well, actually,
Yeah, no, literally. Someone asked Musk a question. Musk responded, the engineer, well, actually, and Musk was like, hey, you're fired. But like,
can I just mention?
I do like, one of the things that I do like is how what a normal company does in 100 days, Musk does in a week.
You want to know something funny that happened throughout all of this?
Before that, I
Yeah,
do
go
want
on.
to defend myself. I don't like that people lost their job and their livelihood, even though they got somewhat okay severance. Not the best, but better than nothing. And it's still the US.
Yeah,
But
it's
like,
never cool when someone gets fired. Let us just be clear. That sucks.
at least stuff happens. And one thing that is not cool is that Twitter had a sort of like anti impersonation thing with the whole check mark, which is like the biggest thing that people are talking about.
Yeah.
You can buy that now, so it's not really anti impersonation. It's now just, hey, look who paid for this.
Yeah, we could just make a podcast page
What-
and just pay for it.
Yeah, we could.
We should.
So anti impersonation guy, and now you can see who you need to bully.
Can I just mention quickly that I don't know what happened exactly, but there was a point when if you use Twitter, I think they changed something in the back end of the website. And if you signed out, I actually no, never mind. I remember what happened.
I know what you're talking about. They shut down the microservices.
Yes,
Some
exactly.
microservices, including the one that sent out the text messages to phones so
Yeah.
they can log in.
So-
That only affected the people with text-based things, and not the ones who didn't have two-factor authentication or the people that use Authy like I do.
Yeah. So if you happen to sign out and then you wanted to sign in, and obviously, you would get your code on your phone like you always do. It just wouldn't work because Elon Musk thought, yes, it's a good idea to shut down that service that probably everyone
White boy.
uses. I'm sorry. It's just, I get it. He's trying to optimize it, but it's like, I think a lot of people will just tell you, listen, man, don't touch that dial or knob or whatever it is. Maybe he is a knob, but
Okay, Tony, I'm going to ask you a question.
yes, please.
So Elon Musk was thinking of introducing Twitter Blue. Twitter Blue was already a thing.
Yeah.
the thing that made you edit your tweets if you made a mistake or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted to like reinvent it. Guess what he wanted people to pay for it?
I think I heard. Wasn't it like 20 something?
$20.
Yeah, $20. Yeah.
Do you know who made it less? Who convinced him to make it less?
Jack Dorsey?
No,
Who?
Stephen King of all people.
What? No way.
Stephen
No
King
way.
tweeted about it with, "Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for this," and then Elon Musk responded with, oh, "Okay, how about 8, which was the original price." It's also, yeah.
Oh, I missed that chapter apparently. My God. What a Chad move. He just straight up, like the kids say nowadays, he ratioed him, man. Wow. He ratioed him and he changed it.
To be fair, Musk only gets ratioed these days.
I
It
know,
hasn't
right?
been happening too much nowadays, other than people making accounts everywhere else. But, however, no one is actually like going to. Like it's
I just want to say that
Twitter isn't gonna die.
I know that at this point it's kind of like very clear to everyone that Elon Musk being on Twitter, like it's a meme, but I really don't understand. Like I really hate how this man, he has Twitter. Okay. He's the owner of Twitter technically, even though apparently he's going to get a different CEO or SEO, I think, for Twitter or something like that. Like he's not going to be the face or whatever. I may be wrong. So I'm sorry.
No, he's pretty much the face. Like he's also the face for SpaceX and Tesla, but I honestly
I
think
mean, like
that
he's going to get someone else to just do the job that he's supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know? Yeah. But no, like I really freaking hate the fact that Elon Musk is just mostly, oh, let me just post memes that I think are funny. Like I understand, I get it. Memes are the cultural thing that everyone knows about, but it's like, my dude, just stop. I don't even post that many memes on my account anymore because I feel like, yeah, I could be doing that, but why do that when you have accounts that do that daily? So again, I'm just saying that I do feel like, this man just doesn't know what he's doing. He just bought this thing and is like,
I mean,
well,
if I
what
buy
am I gonna
something
do
new,
with
I
it?
also want to like experience it inside out.
Well, I mean, I get that, but it's like, it's sort of like he was doing that anyway.
I mean, can you loan me some money? I want to buy a railroad company, and I just want to like joyride on all the train tracks.
Like the thing is, like this man was tweeting before he bought Twitter anyway. So what is so different exactly? Like,
He literally bought it to improve the surface. He literally bought it on a dare.
Yeah, but even then, it's like,
Again, that's why I call it child billionaire.
I don't know, man. I like.
Okay.
Listen, if you're going to tell me that he improved, no, you listen right here. I have this man. You will listen to me, okay? You told me that he bought the service to make it better. Let me just ask you this: has the service been better than it was previously before he bought it? I just want to know.
It hasn't been improved.
So what exactly did he improve? He said it's going to be faster, dude. It's still crapping the bed sometimes. Are you kidding me? Like
here, I'm improving everything.
There you go.
There I go. Zoom.
Okay. I think we're done with Twitter for now.
Yeah, let's talk about something fun. How about the M? The goat. You like goats?
I do. Tell me about it.
Apparently, it's a solo podcast. Okay. Look at those pants. Is this a solo podcast now, or are you here to stay? Do you want to make? Or do you want to make a stand? Take over the Greek and Riek podcast.
I think I will because that goat is trying to replace me right there. I can see it
Oh,
in its
no.
eyes, dude. I
I
can.
mean, this is a knot,
Yeah, exactly. Also, my dog is going to eat it, apparently. That was so
He
unplanned.
will
I'm
hang
sorry.
you.
Well, I will
He-
grab it before it can. I'll grab its, horns and just,
Okay, sure.
Anyway, go
Ghost,
on.
Ghost
Yeah.
in 3 release on November 17th. And the day after, another game release that we should also talk about. But
Mhm.
game is wonderful. Y'all should buy it. I bought it. I speedrun it. And I submitted it to ESA, and hopefully they accept it. I
Quick
don't know. I
parentheses.
don't know what the
This
plans
man
are.
has threatened me to buy the game multiple times.
And he
And
still
I have
hasn't
no.
done it. You see
I,
how serious I am.
listen, I barely. Let me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have control, okay?
For those that are listening, he actually doesn't have control. Like, he showed me his control key. That is weird. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that I have not bought any games. Like, I want to. I'm not saying I'm not going to. Okay, just wait a little bit. I will get
Yeah.
this game.
We need to play multiplayer games, man.
Just be patient.
There's
I
something
wanted
wrong
to
with
do
my
that.
ears.
Oh, sorry, man. Hope you get that checked out by a doctor, not a goat. Anyway, no, but in all seriousness, I will get that game. All right.
Okay. Jeez. Go get it.
Okay, but not right now. We're doing a podcast.
I'll stop the podcast if we can play multiplayer. I still haven't played multiplayer games. I mean, other than with Lord Mouse, but still.
Could you imagine, like, we just cut it off here and everyone is like, what? He bought it? What? No way. No, but like, I just want to say, like, Goat Sim 3, I feel like is one of those games that is just, it
You
is
don't
very
deserve
zany.
it.
Yeah, I mean, it's very zany and it's like, it's Untitled Goose Game before Untitled Goose Game. So Goat Sim 1, basically. But I feel
Basically,
like it's
Ghost
a
Sim
lot.
1. I actually watched the documentary
Mhm.
of how Ghost Simulator 1 came to be. It was like an internal game jam project. Just be a goat. And they were like, should we release it? And then they released the alpha trailer with gameplay. People loved it. And then all the developers got this adrenaline rush to finish the game. And
mean,
they
yeah.
made it what it was. And I actually wrote a whole script for a YouTube video that I'm going to be releasing probably next week about the release cycle of it. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Riekelt. I got
Shameless
that.
plug.
Yeah. No. So the whole like development cycle for it is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like Goat Simulator is one of those games that, unlike every other game before it, or after it in that case, it is definitely unique, I would say. Like, it's a lot more of like unexpected rather than, oh, Untitled Goose Game. Oh, like, it's a fun game. I'm not just knocking on Untitled Goose Game. I do feel like as if compared to that game, there's something about Goat Sim that, like, you just can't like, it's like, what happened here, like that sort of thing. And not only just the fact that you're playing as a goat,
yeah,
the
it's
references,
sort of dumb humor, like
yeah,
seriousness zero, just relax. And some people might not think it's worth $30, but I think
Like me.
it's actually worth the $30. And like, the gameplay is just fun. It's actually made for glitches. It's not, but yeah, that's just the fun of it. It's a real goat simulation. Did you know that goats actually have a gen in them? That they sometimes just like every muscle just stiffens and they just fall down. That's actually a thing in real life. I forgot the name of it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So for that research you're doing, did you actually research what a goat has and what
No,
it doesn't have?
I actually knew this for like years.
You just
know,
like
I've
wrote it in the diary and just had it like until someone asked him.
I have speedrun this game for like 6 years, and
I know.
I had a veterinarian as an ex.
Oh, dude, I have a perfect dude. I know what you should do on your GDQ run. You should just have fun facts. You should be like, did you know that goats have muscle? Like, you should do that.
Oh my God.
It's perfect. Are you kidding me? That's perfect.
I mean, maybe I should. But you know what? So about the glitches in the game,
Oh no.
it looks glitchy. But you know what? Also is glitchy. Have you literally seen anything from the new Pokemon Scarvio? It's so bad.
Do we really have to go there?
I mean, I guess this is a pretty big thing in gaming.
Okay, all right. I guess you know what. Let's talk about it. Sure.
If you played Pokemons,
in my life, I mean, yeah.
I mean the new Pokemons.
Now the new Pokemons,
probably
no, no, I
Okay.
didn't.
Me neither. But
I
I've
didn't. I
definitely
didn't
been.
buy Goat Sim 3, dude.
Yeah, shame on you. Okay, so
How
for
dare
those
you?
who, for those who live under a rock, and I don't know, this is why Tony is not allowed to introduce any more episodes. That's what I'm gonna do it.
Don't worry, I will on the next one. Don't tell Riek though.
I'll just mute you. Okay, so on a more serious note, the game, first of all, definitely one of the best Pokemon games. Definitely top 3 in terms of like main Pokemon games. However, it's definitely not finished. In every game development cycle, you have your game like planning, creating the game, bug fixing, and they stopped here, meaning there's still a half of just like fixing bugs. And it's to the point that there's like a lot of, hey, you want to do some glitches in Pokemon? Here's how to do it. You can skip getting your starter Pokemon, some out of bounds things that obviously the game was not made for.
Oh yeah, you can use a second Joy-Con, and if you have it like Okay. Hold on. You ready for this? You can use 2 Joy-Cons and have double the movement speed. Apparently.
Yeah, if you go like top left on the one and top right on the other ones, the
Also-
speed multiplies and you go forward twice as fast as like you're supposed to do. That is also a glitch in the 1,000-Year Door, actually.
I just want to say,
If you walk to the right in Paper Mario the 1,000-Year Door, then you have a speed. But if you go like top right, then those speeds also get like added, and you go faster than normal.
I found a quote from my man, Reggie,
Your man?
from Nintendo, the one that says, "Now I have to go get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my on my Nintendo 3DS." I remembered a quote from him that I'm going to play out. Huh?
From Iwata?
No, not Iwata. No,
Why
Reggie.
do I hear myself double?
Because I have this.
What?
Like literally he just says this quote in like I think it was before the Switch got released, where it's like, if the game is not fun, why bother? And it's like someone just like there's so many edits of it nowadays, but it's like it's just one of those things that he said once, and it's just like I just want to say this for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I do feel like the game just having the glitches is funny and whatnot, but it's like we have to kind of consider Game Freak made the game. Why the hell is it so buggy?
Don't inherently blame Game Freak for that.
I'm not going to blame them, but I will say, I just want to know whoever Like, I just want to have a serious talk about why the
Whoever
hell.
whoever greenlit the current QA of the game, you need a talking to, man.
I just want to have a serious talk about how the hell does your game, which in theory it makes sense what I'm about to say, but hear me out. Why the hell does your game go like 5 FPS if you're running off the cartridge? That's not a cartridge, but think of it as the cartridge, okay? Or the external system memory. And when you move the game to like the internal system memory, okay, so the memory that's in the Switch, the 32 gigabytes, why does everything run as it should? I just this
This
baffles me on so many levels. Like you'd argue that okay, there's so many games that have performance issues, Tony. I agree.
that sounds like the game was made for a next gen console
Like I agree
with
that
the too big textures. But Scarlet is not inherently like any more beautiful like than some other games that are on the Switch. Xenoblade 3, I am gonna say this, looks freaking beautiful, and there are no frame dips like Scarlet Violet and some other game. And that came out this year. But Xenoblade 3 or Pokemon looks worse and functions worse. I don't know how can
like
Xenoblade be this nice?
like I can just quickly say that as much as people have dissed games like Bayonetta 3 and stuff like that for like downgrades and performance issues, dude, the game is great though. Like it
Yeah.
looks amazing. And yeah, okay, you could argue that performance dips sometimes, but Pokemon, like I'm sorry, but like Pokemon was made on the Game Boy of all things, a handheld that had like no power whatsoever if you think about it in today's standards. And you're telling me that a game that was designed for a portable console that you can literally just, hook it up as your main console in your house runs worse than a game that was made like d- decades prior? Like I'm sorry, it's just it doesn't make sense to me. And also, when you consider that games like Legends Arceus, that a lot of people have said looks bad, that game actually runs surprisingly well, even though sometimes it dips. It's not like Scarlet and Violet. And plus, just to explain how bad the situation is, there's a problem in the game that could corrupt your save file. You can have a backup save, but in order to do that, you need to input like a cheat code. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just too complicated. And especially for the average user, like, who's going to do that realistically? It's just ridiculous, man.
We do have a small big problem.
What's up?
My goat stopped turning.
Dang it, Riek. Why didn't you charge your goat? You forgot, didn't you?
I have a small story about the research that I just did.
Okay.
So the fifth map of Goat Simulator is the Payday map, where they did a cross collaboration with Overkill, the developers behind behind Payday 2.
Mm-hmm.
They made a Goat Simulator map where, I shit you not, the story is there's this guy who is smuggling cocaine into the country inside of goats.
Inside of what?
However, they kind of felt ran loose. So there's like a giant map with 15 goats that you need to catch. One of them is always in the same place in the burning building. The other 14 are in different places, and it's pretty random. So in the first day, you need to get like 4 goats at a time, put them in a car, put them in a truck, and then drive around some more to find some other goats. And then the second day of that campaign is where you have to extract the cocaine from the goats. But then the mafia is like shooting at you, so you have to shoot back. This is Goats Simulator in Payday 2.
That
The
just sounds like
the Ghost Simulator thing, however, is just a really nice desert map with a town that you can do heists in, and there's Rocket League in it, and there are finger guns. You know.
I just want to say that literally sounded like you were talking about like an Ape Escape like clone. You collect the goats,
Yeah,
and then you just fill them with cocaine, and then you have to catch the goats. So
no. You don't fill them with cocaine. That already happened.
Well, they ate the cocaine that they found on streets or something like that.
No. It's a smuggling thing. The smuggle worked correctly, but then the goats escaped. Okay, that sounds like Ape Escape.
See, I knew it. I freaking knew it.
Yeah.
I told you guys that he's gonna let the monkeys loose. You saw it right here. No clickbait. Told you.
There's nothing Ape Escape related about this stream up until you said it, Tony. You're literally forcing me into a trap. The trap that you laid.
Oh yeah? Bring it. Sussy boy.
I'll bring my net.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna do, huh? Anyway. I'm just gonna do the rest of the episode like a
Thank you.
I'm the censor bar. I censor stuff. Say whatever.
Despicable that you even own that thing.
Anyway, okay. I think we should get back on track. So, Goat Simulator 3, it does have a lot of references to it. I will say Goat Towers is...
What the heck is a goat tower anyway?
I do love whoever did that voice. I really wish that we knew who did that. I'm pretty sure IMDb will tell us because they're always correct, aren't they, Riek? Say yes, please.
Should I see if there's an entry for it?
I don't think there is. But
what is Spider-Man Across the Multiverse?
That is
Spider-Verse?
That is a movie. Hello?
Is that the second movie?
No. Is it
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? That's new because there's a
Spider-Man
new
the Spider. Okay, yeah. I think that's the second one. Yep.
Okay, Goat Simulator 3 Across the Multiverse.
Goat Sim 3. No voice actors. Everyone is, freelancers.
They won the best game trailer.
Honestly, the Goat Simulator 3 trailer. Whoever has not seen it, if you have free time, please go watch it. You'll notice a very great Easter egg from the moment it starts. It will remind you of a different game that was supposed to come out, but it never did because development is hard.
Oh, you're talking about the Zombie Island.
Okay. Don't spoil it.
I didn't spoil it.
God, I hate you, Riek.
No, I hate your face too.
Yeah.
So I also had to watch the Goat Payday trailer. That also looked really interesting. They were literally talking about, oh, you're not going to buy the DLC. You already bought it on 75% discount. The game.
That is funny. Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna watch a Let's Play or something.
I will say I guess what was like the biggest thing I remember. Oh yeah, the references in Goat Sim 3. Specifically the Twitch. No, the Twitch billboard. Yeah. That was the best thing.
Lurk,
so relatable.
Twerk, and work all from your bedroom.
Yeah.
Join the community.
Man, that website sounds enticing, not gonna lie.
There's another fun one. There are like multiple Finding Nemo references, including a trailer, an actual movie file. And
it's great.
It is great. What more? And you can be Nemo, and it has a Nemo skin even, but it's not Nemo. It's Steve.
I mean, yeah, I guess they couldn't get they couldn't hit up Disney and be like, hey, or Pixar, never mind.
Same thing.
Oops. Yeah, I guess same thing. But still, they couldn't hit them up and be like, "Hey, can I use that name?" Like,
about the research that I did, it finally paid off. So, at the start of like or the end of the Goat Payday development,
Mhm.
they thought of what would it be funny if we recreated the AI of Rocket League, where cars would like go after a ball, just like in Rocket League. So they rang up the
Developers of
the
Psionics.
developers, Psionic, yeah,
Yeah.
like, hey, would you mind if we did this? Yeah, sure. Here's the models and stuff.
Oh, they gave them everything? No way.
They gave them, well, yeah, models of
Oh my
Rocket
god.
League to use in Ghost and Free.
Tim Sweeney
that-
must have been like, no, you didn't. Like,
And
he's
that is what I
molding.
like about indie development, how low trample, how low barrier everything is.
I mean, I guess, listen, asking someone else for permission to use something, I don't think it's like, against the medium, because when you consider like making videos, you have to ask for permission nowadays for everything. Like, you can't just have your own thing, essentially, like, or own thing. Like, you can't just do something that someone else has done, because you might just also get into that sort of area where it's like, oh, I own this and you did the same thing that I did. So I do understand that,
I'm thinking if there are like any Nintendo references.
Speaking of which, I was gonna say, like, I do feel like the most interesting thing in Goat Sim 3 would probably be like an Untitled Goose reference, which I don't know if they did. I don't believe they did. Did they?
I wouldn't know.
Man, if
I
they
don't
did,
think
like,
so. I would know, but I don't think they did. I
like,
thought
you know
you were
what would
talking
be?
about something that they did do, not something that they would have done.
No, but
And-
like, think of it like this. What if they had a level similar to what they already have, where you would just play, like, from the perspective of how you play in Untitled Goose Game, but you would just be like, the goat, and you would just find the goose and it would just honk at you and just chase you around. That'd be silly.
It would be interesting that there's like a Untitled Goose Game angle at it, but I don't know how you would.
Like a crossover, essentially. Be like, oh, I know that this game exists, or something like that.
I mean, they could have copied the art style, but I don't think that the mechanics of Goat really translate well to giving the feeling of playing Untitled Goose Game.
Well, yeah, I mean,
However,
simulating it.
However, you don't really have to do it that way, I guess, since the beauty about it is they're giving you the freedom on how are you gonna play Goose Game, or not Goose Game, Goat Sim.
Goose goat.
It both starts with a G, okay? But yeah, I like the freedom that they give you, and that there's not like a start and then you have to do this. It's literally play how you want to play the game.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing, and that's kind of the thing. I do feel like nowadays games get limited to like missions. In many games, it's like, oh, if you don't do that mission, you can't do whatever. I think it depends on the game mostly, but it's like, I feel like there's a lot of linearity when it comes to like games nowadays. Like even horror games. Like I'm not trying to say that
horror games were always this way to force you into the moments that developers want you to have, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. That's just part of it.
But
and Ghost Simulator also has an ending.
I will say that although horror games always operated this way, something I want to bring up, by the way, which is why I said this. There was a new trailer for the next Amnesia game. For those that don't know, Amnesia is a series, a horror series specifically, where, just like the title suggests, the protagonist of each game gets amnesia. In every game, it's established differently how they do it. In the first game, the protagonist drinks an amnesia mixture, as the game calls it. I don't know what that is, but every game onward just has some way of, the character just getting amnesia. So apparently we got a trailer for Amnesia the Bunker, which is set in a First World War setting, which also has a gun, which is a new thing for this franchise. Because if you've played any of the Amnesia games, including Soma, you never use a gun. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it revolves. Haha, funny pun around there. But no, I mean, I just really hope that frictional games do not take the same path that they did with Rebirth, the previous title, because I do understand that there's a storytelling aspect when it comes to those games. I miss the horror element, though. I know it's difficult to just make a scary game sometimes, but it's like, I just feel like the original Amnesia did something, even if you never experienced a horror game before, you did get spooked somehow. There's so many things, and yeah, I really wish that the next title just, has a lot more horror to it, because Rebirth, in my opinion, well, it did have a okay-ish story. Yeah, the horror was just not exactly there. There was something missing, and everyone felt the same way, as far as I can tell. But yeah, I'm excited for that. See how it it plays out. It is also coming out in March of 2023, so not spooky month apparently.
You're a spooky month.
Goat Simulator is a spooky month.
Sure. There's a PT thing of it as well. I love that so much.
Dude, I can't believe that when people hacked a PS5, they immediately just try to get PT back.
Of course. It's like that's the one thing that needs to happen. Okay?
It's the game that never leaves. It's crazy. I really wish that Konami would just do something with it, man. Such an interesting concept, and then it was just wasted. Because I guess not really Konami. It was, I guess, more Kojima, but still, same thing. It's kind of a shame that we never got it, outside of a demo. I think a lot of people would experience that. I think that actually led us to Resident Evil 7 and 8, maybe, even though it's a Silent Hills game. But whatever. I digress.
So looking at the clock, we're about an hour in, so I guess it's time to wrap it up a little bit.
Yep, probably should.
Do you remember how we did it? Because I do.
Oh God. Do you want me to do it? Or unless you want to take the wheel this time, like I said.
I mean, did you already think of a tip? Otherwise, I'm going first.
I mean, I can give a tip. Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
All right. So I guess the thing that I mostly have been experimenting on with the last couple of days, I would say, you probably also heard it already, is a new mixer I got, which is the M Audio M Game. It's not a GoXLR killer by any means. I know GoXLR is a pretty good mixer, but I think it's it's a pretty okay-ish budget offering. I'm not going to say it's the best or anything like that. Far from it, but it's been serving me a lot. It's great. I'm enjoying it, and my goodness, the versatility of it, the fact that I can control everything, the fact that I can just rickroll anyone I want, which I did, by the way. I rickrolled this guy over there. Silly me.
And this is why Tony is not allowed to do intros ever again.
Hey, episode 10 potential, No, but in all seriousness, it's a great mixer, and I mean, for the price that it's asking, I think it's a pretty good offering. Definitely not the same as the GoXLR again, but still, if you don't want to spend, I don't know, 300 or so bucks on, the best of the best, and you just want to get something that will, pretty much
300
help you.
bucks is not the best of the best. Believe
Well, no,
me.
I mean for its price, I mean it's like the Go XLR is definitely the best at its price. I'm just saying as like a general, all like in my opinion, I do feel like this mixer that I have is pretty okay for the price. Okay, like you can't expect the best of the best or whatever. Like there is also a dual version, which if you are rocking a streaming PC and you want to route the audio from both the streaming PC to your gaming PC, you can actually do that, which is great. But yeah, I've been playing around with it, been having a lot of fun. So yeah, if you want to get like a mixer that you can do all kinds of things like this, and just play soundboard and stuff like that.
I
Yeah,
expected something else.
like
You've been playing all day with a certain sound clip. And this is why this is the end of Tony's block. Okay, they don't hear you anymore, so that's good. I can still talk to him. He just yeah he'll be silent for the rest of his life. Okay, okay, now you're back. Okay, so
hello.
now that you're talking about your Hello Mario sound engine, I have a good tip for the people that own Netflix or know where
Hello,
to
Mario.
privateer stuff from. And
Mhm.
that is a show that apparently doesn't need any more advertising since it's already like in the top of the charts. But as a small kid, I remember watching the cartoon of a certain show called The Addams Family.
Oh,
Yeah. I watched the cartoon of that. Later, I watched an older movie of it, not the black and white movie, the one after that, I think. But they recently re-released they made an original story about the daughter of the show, Wednesday. I watched the first episode. It was a really strong opening. It was just a really strong thing in general. There's only one really big letdown that's so anti-characteristic. And I'm just going to say that that's the end of episode 7. But other than that, it's a really good show. It really fills the correct holes. It really touches the correct spots, you know?
I mean, yeah, I guess it touches you or whatever. Like it touches your heart.
Ew.
I don't know, man. Listen, what he's trying to say is it's an amazing show. You should watch it. Otherwise, I don't
And
know.
if you don't know, I can leave you with two interesting pieces of trivia. There's this other Netflix show called You. It's about Joe, a murderer.
Me?
Shut up. And she's actually part of that show. Really interesting as well. But the more interesting thing is that one of the characters played Wednesday Addams in an older version of the Addams Family. And I only heard about that like earlier this week. That's such an interesting piece of trivia. And that's like the only interesting trivia that's happening, I guess.
You better put that on your goat trivia.
Okay, I will. And then oh hey, here's my goat trivia. Have you seen Wednesday?
That's gonna be such a like twist. It's like, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is she a goat fan? Like
And of course, yeah. Tony, do you have any plans for the immediate future?
I mean, streaming plans wise, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Well, not in the previous episodes, but I definitely want to get into playing a lot of different games. I'm not really speedrunning this season because, for one, I'm thinking of doing speedruns of this game in particular. I don't know if you can see it, but it says Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Um, but yeah, I'm thinking of doing learning Kingdom Hearts Recoded in the near future. However, for the most part, I'm going to be taking a look at different games I wanted to play, mainly the Judgment series, Sonic Frontiers, because I've also been looking forward to it, and I never got the chance to play it. Goat Simulator 3 because I was bullied by Riek to play it, and maybe like other stuff. I'm also like kind of trying to finish games that I've already played. Half-Life Alyx being one of them. Shin Megami Tensei 5 has been going on for a year, and I definitely want to finish that one.
You're not gonna finish that one. Just give up.
Shut up. But what else? Yakuza 7, because I do need to finish before I play one of the Judgment games. There's apparently some lore into it that links back to Yakuza 7, so I want to finish that as well. And yeah, I'm looking forward to Like a Dragonician as well. Like, it's for those that don't know what Like a Dragonician is, Yakuza Ishin was a thing that only released in Japan, and now it's getting a Western release.
Just call it Samurai Yakuza. Ghost of Yakuza.
Pretty much, yeah. But the difference here being that it's not going to be fully voiced, and like it's just translated, and it's one of the most difficult games to translate apparently. And also it's going to be rebuilt to run on Unreal Engine 5 compared to the Dragon Engine, which was, I guess, the standard.
Your Dragon Engine.
No, you. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot of games. Any other game I want to play? Don't really know. I mean, like Switch games in particular, I'm thinking about, but I don't know if I want to touch Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Maybe I will. We'll see. But that's pretty much all I got. What about you, Riek?
Oh, I do have things to do.
Okay.
As you know, I want to get like a little bit better in Goat Simulator 3. I recently did an all trinkets run that I might self-verify in a little bit. I want to do another run, a second run that's where I don't forget things, because I forgot a lot of things. But more importantly, I forgot what I wanted to say.
That's why you write it down.
That's why I write it down. San Andreas, I want to get a little bit better in, finish a run, a legit run, and maybe even learn Los Santos dupes.
Definitive?
Of course not.
Question mark? No, I mean, like, are you going to run definitive?
I said Los
again?
Santos dupes. There are no dupes in the definitive.
No, but I mean, like, are you going to do runs of it? Or
No, I did 2 runs. That's too many.
okay, you're right, I guess. Anyway, go on.
Okay, fine. That's it. That's not it. And I'm gonna practice Ghost Simulator in a few, since I got Ghost Simulator into Games on Quick, and hopefully at the end of this week I'll learn if I got accepted into ESA with a run of my own or not. The one run that I'm expecting to get in is either Ghost Simulator 3 together with Lord Mouse, or Ape Escape 3 together with myself.
Together with myself? Am I getting replaced? Oh my god. No, but
if you actually you could help. It's you could do online commentary.
Oh no. Oh no.
You're gonna do it.
Oh no.
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
I think this was my last time here.
Then I'll replace my other me with you. Okay.
No, but hey man, sure, I guess I don't mind. I'm not going to be pressing the button or anything like that during the run. I promise.
No, it's not allowed to do any profanity, to do not any explicit things like
play the Bill Clinton award. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry. But yeah, sure. I mean, I don't mind. Depends on, the date and time and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else besides those?
No. Other than that, I'm ready to sign off. Thank everyone for watching.
Before we go, though, I forgot to mention on my list of things, I am also planning to go to BSG Annual next year. next summer, I guess, would be the right way to put it.
So should everyone else.
Yes, please do. I'm planning to go there again. Maybe I'll submit a game. I'm thinking, I don't know. Maybe I could do Recoded if I have a decent time by then. Maybe Barman Hero. I actually managed to get a sub 1 finally. I don't know why it took me that long. The game is easy. I'm just an idiot. But yeah,
seems like something you could still like improve more easily.
I mean, there's definitely a lot of improvements to be made. Let me tell you, it's not a perfect run by any means or anything like that. It's still like I could literally improve a lot more. But as of right now, like I mentioned, not really thinking too much about speedruns, but I will eventually get back to them from time to time. I'll try my best, of course. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to going to BSG. I was thinking of ESA summer, but I don't know if I can afford that. If I can go to 2 events in a year, but maybe we'll see. We'll see what happens, I guess. I don't think I will be. But, hey, BSG annual probably. That's for sure. So, yeah. That's it.
But yeah, I've been Riekelt. That has been the Greek over there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you will all have a really good one.
Bye-bye. Oops.
You did this on purpose.
No, I didn't. That was an accident. But yeah, thank you for watching.
Welcome to the after show.
Baby.